20. Your course with the Chiman South, no. Sabi, you 2 years. Your money.
You thought you were dealing with Democrats?
Of course, yes.
Akufo-Addo
paraded himself as a Democrat. He was the one person, the serial demonstrator. Obiano demonstrations fighting for the rights of other people. And a scam. Not president
scam.
Of course, yes. But
believing in tenets of democracy.
Akufo-Addo has proven beyond reasonable doubt on democracy. He's more or less a dictator. Every action he's taking, if you begin to pack your courts, there is a book written by How to Destroy Them. I'll look for the title, How to Destroy Democracy, more or less. You first pack your courts. Once the courts are packed, then you start by making sure that other state institutions are holding or accountable. No? You weaken them, and then you destroy your education system. Take it from me. Our own National Security Coordinator, Honorable Albert Kandapa, 2 years ago, had time to caution the courts, 9090, now don't, because the credibility of the courts are gone. Every research that
the credibility of the courts
is gone.
It's gone.
I am in America.
Court you need credibility.
And I'm in America. There are reports to suggest that every report that has come out from this, say, CS was he reports they've all come out to tell us people don't believe in our courts. Do a survey. Just go into the streets and do a survey. Meet 10 Ghanaians. That means I'm more confident in courts.
But we are lawyer.
And I'm telling you that is the reality. Obama Chambers now the case biba. Now you're only MPP ni high profile MPP ni bia. I'll tell you go and settle because you may not get your day in courts.
Hey.
You may not get your day about, but let me give you a clear example. Your birth certificate, which is your first document that you were also. Everywhere in this world, birth certificates, your mother document, a dear dance here of your citizenship. It states who your father is, and our laws are such that if one parent is Ghanaian,
now Okatakyie
say parent can say Ghanaian by automatically Ghanaian on your birth certificate no papa din ho o ma me din ho baby ofi birth certificate no and your primary document or the access passport. Birth certificate na your primary document or the Ghana card. Those are your primary documents. But the court says that the birth certificate cannot be a proof of your citizenship. Our Supreme Court.
It's your Akufo-Addo say court.
Enyama your young koda your call law school your principles ni bebre. But we saw at the Supreme Court obi book your kind train of nyame fa ne kransie ye ma for sa. Tatu kan no any book or chro de chere ya de chere say but this is what your book says. But Okoba any ato 90. What you say? So and you see if in lawyer you be a friend of first in time. Yeah, well, asema dap no so ediganenya this LGBTQ issues. Now, yeah, the asema ba down court on LGBTQ Supreme Court. I know the kind ba first. No be dia ba etre efa Parliament approval of ministers. Na court na panel judges so mumbra metie approval of ministers. Now LGBTQ then our president say our court in on signing no. The whole nation is waiting on. Yeah, panel ye ni meda ye free case no. Now you afraid dia a wait no de ba late ni momo and wo me afraid no. Intent
the assembly. The assembly. It end this youth mo nye a court ni.
Is the court itself needs to do more to win itself of our reputation now enyan. And me after the announced episode now about you know I can see a lot of shadows on the courts. So they had every opportunity to come back clean our reputation. You know. But unfortunately, if the National Security Minister on any information on ya, baby I can't party me in hobby. Information on ya no parado me nyabi. Sir, in his national security report to the nation, I catch the courts and they say, mo 9090 na dosu do nti mo hwe ni yi a esa e ma confidence e kofe mo mu a it speaks volumes. A statement that Mu Drew is pregnant. And you know, you cannot blame a Pariado when I sit back. And I make sure say ordinary citizens in the streets who know nothing about the law, who share 10. Now Kakota. And it is not just the judges, even judicial staff, no. Who they ask him could do court, yes, so the frustrations are too much.
It's more the amount of court. You winning the 2024.
In 2020, there was a lot of misconception about why the NDC went to court. And then the media, the media was governized. You see media, no, a twisted story, no. Public office holders, they owe you and I a duty of accountability. Say a man with Jumani the tax state to Okatakyie. Now we hear Jumani that's a huba sama. You owe a duty to the country to come and tell the country how you came by that. NDC court, there was a lot of misconception. Yanko courts on the basis that Yankoleti and Reza also. We are not the primary custodians of the pink sheets.
Easy.
Yeah, in duplicate Nikita. My duplicate cannot override the original. Nipada Okoleti results no on the 9th of December, or the first results Ebreo. On the 10th of December, Osai results no. On the 16th of December, Okako Gazette results no. Osai no. And then when she made her first appearance in court, or the total different results and the buy. Our question to the court was, let Jane Mensah come and tell us, as the electoral commissioner, why of us when you are the first results not on the 9th? Why of us when you are the second results not on the 10th? Why of us when you are the Gazette on the 16th no? And even the gazetted results on the 16th was different from the Odeba Supreme Court. No? Court said they be a man in Yano. And I make us elections are declared at the polling stations. We will go and win at the polling station. Obeka Azuma Nije Fennec. I'm first time a ball into Kwane draw. Azuma Bagana. Oko, Kwakufu Swasari. Sports highlights. Ebisa and say, hey. Now, Madison Square Garden say you'll be mine so. And you was not Jeffenic in Australia. Will be mine so. And I'm okay in the born. It will be in Azuma about Jeffenic. But I'm phone the judges and say draw. Azuma Kasembi. I say sign to Kwaya Mikui. May call Jeffenic Ekrum Australia. May call Sydney. Meaning say in feature. Me I made me referee call ring in him. Me I made me judges now ringside. Now me declare me I'm a resource. You know what he did? On man knockouts in the 8th round. Judge referee we will take our own referee and our own judge into the elections. We cannot trust the Electoral Commission to give us justice, and we cannot trust our courts to do same.
So Georgia Parado
will win the elections at the polling stations in a way and you see, say from maybe a bo when there is a tide. Now we try to be Gina from Ananoa a farm. So the victory we are coming with in Tokwa and I Jayakwa polling station, you know, it will be so overwhelming. Say, woe unto anybody. I'll be try say obe Gina Sam from Anano. I be foul.
Woe unto anybody.
I'll be try say obe stop it Sam from Anano. Now and run from a year boy ye boo boo billboard see. Ujira hona billboard ni buembo.
Bebo.
Exactly. It's in Framane Babe Bono on the 7th of December. No, we electoral officer now. I could Kakra into Kwakwe the ensign for time from Manebe to film. It's a wave. Is it when you are losing an election and you cannot rule a country when more than 60% or 55% of the country is not in support of you. You cannot. You will not have the legitimacy. And so if the people do not vote for you and you try to steal the mandate of the people, and you see, mind you, our constitution is such that constitution is mandating say anybody who tries to set aside the constitution, I say rise up near defend the constitution. So on 7th December, anybody who attempts to obey the mandate of the people, you know what the person is doing? He more or less is a coup d'etat. Because or try the mandate of the people away, and the constitution calls on you to defend it. So we try our own cities, our constitution now. And so anybody who attempts to do anything on the election day, being it a police officer, a military officer, some military high command, the Akweya no one national security, yeah, we did same phone wire so you will go on yeah, no one national security, it's Akweya no 2BN commander or Asante in baby. Let them try. Oh, this officer here now or yeah on the brand a champion.
Azugu.
And yeah, Azugu. No way, no, so Jenny can no baby. Oh, Mire finish. There's my the commanding officer or Ashanti or baby. He had a name. Oh, I can't afford him. So I tell my people say, if from Monday Boba, nobody can stand. And you see, when the masses
are you inciting you base, you know?
Have I incited?
And some way from my Boba and from my Boba.
But there is a wind of change blowing
and resisting a
won't feel wind of change, no. What takes today? Okay, that you are wind of change. I now start saying let my vote count. Let what the Ghanaian friend say.
Fix the country.
Fix the country. I just start from any other boy. And from maybe a Boba. Ordinary citizens like you would have never gotten involved. As a phenomenon. President, when I say the arrogance of power. Minister of State and taxes to also win MP or to Parliament because it's not from your party. How dare you? I can say I think the people of Ghana will spare you on 7th December. And so the wind of change is blowing. Now from another day. What they be general saying boom boa and now we present a bubu ye called down bubu ye or 2,000 born. So
the wind of change is blowing.
What be general? What
be general? No biano
a blow now one joining. From under there when the flow is there now joining flow now. It is oh yeah you know.
But they can get violent sometimes.
We are not speaking violent. We are a law-abiding political party. But you see, now my headmaster be what this other. Say yeah. Interqua. As the Santa Clausians, they always say you are bad boys. We know from 1910 they've called you bad boys. When you go, don't start the fights. But when they bring it on, show them. We are not going to foment any trouble at any polling station, but we will go prepared and make sure we defend that ballot box.
George Opariado a year penny I want on a D a year. The NDC youth are not now. NDC youth means rank and file. Munina mutie. Fortune rise and one amunkodi. Why? Mokoi. Wind of change in blue. No fortune rise na.
Fortune rise. You skank it to be.
Muniska oh.
Hey, Nadia Kroya.
Sir.
Yeah, go be. Bona no pa. 100 and 010 and 0.
Formation of eating.
No one formula. It's on a power ball go back. Then the whole denounce you a Jesus. So you go back now. What Jimmy quite dorsum. So the cause a chua a Jesus you. Obogusu sa na garira and ma and one hey. Now we have more than 5 cities a day.
George Opariado, as we have more than 5 cities friend a day. You will read the messages in the next 5 minutes in a run. But easy paint, make out say easy paint, waterproof mu painting number 1. I don't know the forward there a leaky sokranwa. Still I'll be okay. Easy paint mu number 1. Sasha water a ye open bottle water dispenser a ye mountain jar near dinano. A standard water na make come for amawo. Standard water and beverages limited. 25 years in it. Yasumwa and no. And Kabiyama standard water. Nesa man was Paris is so accurate and clever. And Chibos Yaku Gideon say NDC is going on pension come December 7. That is what is hunting them. And Chibos Yaku Gideon a day and no a buyer. I'll come back and read the messages proper. So Obetimi send a question up see Musa George Opariado na Yabusano. Abdus Salam Mustafa I will lead the MPP youth. I know better now. You know say your mama more number na yakase will be a thinker. In fact, Baumia a thinker a change your mama. So in the run up to the election, your mama is not somebody who be to me elected. John is your candidate. What is your response?
You know, Baumia's only claim to fame, The only claim to fame is that no, they did the John Mahama attempt.
Oh, how?
I'm telling you, is it you're being interrogated? Bawumia's only claim to fame of a projector. Now, wafa figures. No, to guma when the inflation is this.
When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate
will expose you. This same man now becomes vice president, heads the economic management team. Compare John Mahama record as vice president when he was leader of the economic management team between 2009 to 2012. Now compare to Bawumia record and look at the indicators and compare.
The argument has been that John Mahama was not made the head of economic management team.
It's not true. He was the head of the economic management team. It's not true.
Was it not Pakwesi Misata?
No. Pakwesi Misata was the governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Professor Mills Island made him the head of economic management.
It's not true. Find out from anybody. John Mahama was the leader of the economic management team. As vice president, he leads that team. And is Bawumia the leader of the economic management team today? Is he?
He is.
So why is he not speaking to the economy? I know you're saying what is the state of the Ghanaian economy today? Now let's come to the argument of John Mahama not being somebody with a vision. But I'm your friend who Mr. Digitalization, my boy. Obai fiber optic, digitalization, yeah, can't want to well, 1 meter cable impo. Who laid all those cables and the springboard for their all council oil? John Mahama. I remember the day John Mahama a commission we fiber optic Eastern Corridor. Although these are not things you see with your eyes. The statements are there. But this is what the future needs. There is a video of Jerry Rawlings. Eka said John Mahama is not a president for our generation. Because he's not a president for Africa. So he belongs to the West. There's a video on social media of Jerry Rawlings saying it. You know why? Because his vision is big. Let me tell you, I was with President Mahama in California last year. And in his speech, I addressed a group of filmmakers been in here maybe. And then on my speech, and I was touched and understood the man's vision. I say, when he became president, Obia Bagana Hanoma, the first point of contact at your airports, no?
Right.
And so, Ufi the Western countries now airports. Now Kotoka International Airport and now Raho. Because you look at the airport and you're like, it was below standards. But that is the first point of entry for every international visitor. So as president, one of his visions was that he would transform the airport. Because the first impression he gets about your country is the airport he sees. And so he started the Terminal 3. And in doing so, he realized road infrastructure into the major cities was what will carry development to those areas. Whenever area, he must drive on a road. That is why under President Mahama, accelerated road developments. Almost all the big roads you see in Accra. Obechebiya MPP for you. John Mahama this cannot. He even cut short before he left. Pokwasi interchange. John Mahama. Major Mahama roundabout, John Mahama, Spring Tex, and the AC motorway, even the motorway expansion project, I delay, as part of the MPS contract. John Dramani Mahama, circle interchange. The amount of traffic and Dimo circle, and Sika Ulusi because of traffic. John Mahama eased the traffic situation just in Accra. Asante Fodena, we are paying John Amudipa. When he decided to build Kejetia, he built 6 different markets in 4 years in Ashanti region. For Ashanti region, the garden city of Ghana.
That's true.
Rotary Park, John Mahama Roma, and a innovative Rotary Park. And then let's now come and look at health infrastructure.
Yeah, I can't
bro, Meshe Ayaresabia infrastructure. John Mahama time. Nipana no vision no. Nipana is no vision no. O decided say obe renovate and obe upgrade Rage Hospital. When bubu no. The all vision no. La General Hospital akububu egu fema still in Twin C block. The only vision no. When bubu no. Udim do yeah. O sifa ho. So the hospital was still working because it has healthcare. Nipa says, "So we bubu no, nyasabe ene home. We bubu la General Hospital. 5 years down the line, 1 year she found. Nipa don't know. Look at what he gave us. Look at the hospital there. At the University of Ghana Hospital. Look at the bank hospital in cantonments. Nipa na only vision. Come to talk about education. Oko Polytechnic ya yembu. Meanwhile, they are more practical than any degree, no? Because they do more practical things. Not say, hey, Sagana best sana you better into my pay free. Me they be innovation, but me innovation. But me innovation, no. Let me convert polytechnics, no, into technical universities. Now you upgrade your certification, you know, so that nipa na eko poly na when your certification and because they come with more experience than any degree, you know, or be a mechanical engineering or poly, no be a mechanical engineering or tech difference, because bako practical experience. But they make sure your core tech, no, more money because you create a degree. Not poly in your man because you create any, you know, your man less. What did he do? He converted all our polytechnics to technical universities. And then he just didn't do it too. Of Francophone figure that they call Germany. It could see how they've done polytechnic education because Germany is the most advanced country in the West in terms of Europe. And then what did he do next? I said, hey, labor, captains of industry are not employing young Crawfordian graduates. No, there is a problem. And of free labor, of free captains of industry. I say, "Mama can't tell me the NCR a branch in university. I must say more fun." You know the response they gave. Ombebano, omuni experience. Yes, and training programs now universities ni running and you're relevant in my MBM. Because it is programs now brought by none and near running. And of free academia and also massa. They are way more can you. They are captains ne can your companies ni businesses in your so find a way. So the two sat down. Most of the universities curriculums necessary. Programs that we were not doing previously. Legon, philosophy and information studies. Today they are doing combinations out of hey, Legon Amuye was say aye. John Dramani Mahama. Then he said, hey, I was here free education because article 25 of the Constitution. Say, you're progressively free senior high school. But we cannot start it. It's, you know, what has the other worlds in other countries now? I say, okay, their education there is a bit cheaper and affordable. But to make their education that affordable, it should be accessible. See, I identify communities are only day schools and only secondary schools. Near situated be honomo.
And only blocks.
So that Sebi, wow, person go free, no, and the world over sanity. Wow, person go free no could because boarding education is expensive. The world the person go free no could in the community the school need be a siwama. But the buses are kahu. Developments do not start in the middle of towns. It starts on the outskirts of town because the macro no any kotono. That is how come most of our e-blocks are outskirts, no, because you need vast land. Kroma the members are more than 10 acres. Or he need be about us here. It's Kroma because we charge a kakra. So we started the e-blocks. Between 2015 2016, they started free SHS for day students in this country. The man without vision. Because he foresaw, and I want to cool. And you challenges. In 2014 2015, commodity prices around the world fell. You can't say COVID. COVID was global in nature. But COVID alone gave Ghana $3 billion. So we should not be where we are. But there were global challenges. But those global challenges were not around the whole world. It only happened to third world countries. Now your economy solely depended on the raw materials. In 2014, 2015, gold prices are falling. Cocoa falling. Timber falling. Petrol falling. Obekaya, Finance Minister Tekpe called Parliament 3 times to review our budgets. Around that same time, now Ebola in West Africa. Around the same time, now Ghana are moving from third world economy to a lower middle income economy. Into that budgetary support, now you're doing as no more catino. That was what we were confronted with too. What did John Mama do? I say, Mumbra ni sinkonya. Say me nyansa ni ba ko 14.
And a senti consensus. Senti consensus no. Say na ye mu ye wo dia. What you
meba. O se nyansa ni ba ko 14. So mo bra ni na ye sinkonya. Ye kwa IMF no. Ye ndi 3 months o. Ye kwa IMF 1 month and IMF approve it because we had our homegrown solutions presented before the IMF.
Dynamics any different.
There are no difference.
Say COVID ye na Russia Ukraine nso abana ye aban no na wo grow for so the country was growing by
high Ukraine.
O say
high Ukraine.
There be high Ghana.
But our economy is C-. Ukraine's economy is not C-. They took over an economy that was B+. In 2016, in the last State of the Nation address of President Mama, I'll say in 2017, the Ghanaian economy will grow by a certain projection. It didn't happen because of his laid-down policies. Only say economic policy be non-more taking effect, and I'll be so within 1 year. But the best time the MPP, best economy MPP was in 2017. Mahama no innovation, not the 2 additional oil wells, not the 10 field nakawamaye, and all day a can be saying. Sankofa Akahwamaye, President Kufuor and Golden Jubilee. Mahama the 2 ebeka ho. And you know what? Dumso ene Kufuor ne ba nyansa Sankofa ba no. And only problem I owe Dumso ho. A wisdom problem, nyansa. That is all we have. The problem we have with Dumso, a wisdom problem. And I'll tell you why.
Nyansa na
Kufuor lucky into na your problem there one.
Hey, I know nyansa do.
Ade. Nyansa no money. If they had it, if they had wisdom. If they had wisdom, Okatakyie, we would not be where we are. And I'll tell you why.
I know Nyansa and microphone.
They lack wisdom.
Nyansa is the
solve. And I'll tell you why. Successive governments from 1957 after Nkrumah had not added anything significant to our national grid. After Akosombo, Bui was on the drawing board from 1957. Rollins and the T1, Ebre, Watakra, the Aboaze. So Rollins had the first terminal plant. All governments didn't do anything in the energy sector because Buzia Krabeka and said electricity could not travel beyond Kumasi.
But Buzia, to be fair, was only about 2 years.
And he told us electricity could not travel beyond Kumasi. Rollins had our money in the PNDC and I'm the rural electrification. At the time, NDC are buying Echo. Yeja Amakufo. Now rural electrification was about 62%. Yeah, about 62%. Kufoba, we only you can check the figures are there.
Check the figures, man.
Kufoba, the Kobe 68 to 69, and at times you may do 87. A Kufado number you do 91 in poets. So I say, but capacities had increased, skyscrapers, big buildings. So our demand for electricity had gone up. President Mama inherited problem successive governments. But what did he do as a leader? Or say, I am your president. I am not going to blame anybody. I accept full responsibility, but I will fix them so. On my car power. On my American court.
Well, these not ad hoc solutions to a major
problem. And American now done it T1 or Kumasi no. So how was it ad hoc? After 5 years, the plan becomes ours. How was that ad hoc? Car power echo. Car power and that's what you see on more. After 8 years, car power and that's what you see on more. On my bridge power. On my Senate. President Mama gave us enough generating capacity. And mind you, hydro is no longer an option because of the weather. Because of ye Subai, ye two galamse, ye baza bomo galamse. So all these things, but Mama solved them so. Or solving them so he gave us increased capacity. On bounds or excess capacity, and then he said, yeah, solve your problem. Because I can't hold it. So let's bring what we call the Energy Sector Recovery Levy, ESLA. And I call for ESLA, ESLA was supposed to have lasted for 5 years. ESLA was supposed to have paid off all our debts in the energy sector. Omo mo vision no money nya some your competence no. Omo nim don be and on the ESLA ko bo bosia till 2035. And on my GC no. And on di. So they don't have revenue to buy crude. They don't have revenue to buy gas. But the West Africa gas pipeline car. But the Ayika, your friend is saying Ghana gas car. But the GNPC car. But the VRE car. And you know the sad aspect. Omo other plants are. any like in terms of production, you know, they don't get much out of it. But because of politics and because of the appointees, you know, they are still keeping those plants working and they have more gas. When they can put gas in other areas,
what's the wisdom?
A wisdom problem, a nyansa problem.
Never say George.
You don't even see no, or you waiting on my.
Freedom Jumadianiye, Okatakyie Afrifa-Mensah, Angel 102.9 Sunye, Asante, Wuntiasia.
Onibadi yo, gomera ya wawadio.
Asarai. Kobio. Okay.
Jumed.
Derek Awume on Facebook said, excellent submission by NDC National Youth Organizer. Nesa Pare will always explain with wisdom, very humble as well. Okay, Theophilus Donk was a Pablo for you, right? Okay, move with me, Nianya Juma. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, move with me. Mene George Opariado exchange a year and Komo. Okatakyie, my name is Owahine. In Sunyani, please, I want you to ask the NDC man why he didn't mention any project in Sunyani. Is Sunyani not part of Ghana? What big infrastructure project have they done to benefit Sunyani people? No, a year, or why? George, young friend, no, Emra Tona, Afin,
The renovation of the Sunyani airport started under John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
And you know, so who shake Krana, you know, investing in NDC Adaroma. Into who shake Krampona, at least we brought the first public university to Buzia's region, John Dramani Mahama Adaroma. And then the airport that Saturday crowd the plane the passenger John Mahama Adaroma. Of course, you know the airport was shut down because it was bad. Jifar Tivo was a minister for transport and the sign is our contract for the upgrade of the Sunyani airport and plane which Melandi Obium. It is also there are so many other things we did in Sunyani, but at least these two, you know, university and the airport, with the Anujano.
George, take a baby pull up. Some moko baby man kwala no moto na woman na so hoto na edru 7 December aba kwotwaba take us no an beboa watch 0533 733-030. Mega 6 games no so ebuye na wudi bi na sike ba wonsem na wo yini se no ayini se wate I mega 6 games no de ubeya no so bedale star 266 hash star 266 hash na ye fa nsoro so George ye MPP aban Akufo-Addo aban dear parent ni ansesa no yemfa your mama.
I'll just give you 3 reasons. Yedikai, wo as a journalist, are you happy with the state of affairs of this country?
Kawasem. Me na busa questions.
Na me bisa say, wo, if you're happy with the state of affairs, Okatakyie, and can fix it, and can undi any mood.
Me say, George, me
you are not happy. You see, the good people of this country are not happy with the state of affairs. Say, abaya, you know, social contracts. Near the end to me, I say once, say, brother, be dear so. Not fixing your problems, my. I buy any more problem, and I mean, no, you try fixing the problem, man.
Oh, how?
We let governments to solve our problems. Unfortunately for us, this government has rather become a problem, and I mean, no, there be happy solutions. And not say, do sober, my timetable crowds on my MB. It's no, and now, okay, online, and what I share, and maybe I'm a coffee and you know, call online. No, I can say, mini light to hand money is the way I will need light. But yeah, Magana for any that so in the coming days, the youth wing of the NDC, they will launch it doom so up. Because government has refused to give us a timetable, so yeah, they happy. But
it's a Ukofia, no app on the
so
no location.
Ubo location, so our light, because somebody would have entered, say, me need lights. More light. Next week we'll be launching the app. It will be on Play Store and it will be on iOS.
Zoom
app. Yes, Zoom app.
George Opariado,
NDC Zoom app. So because the point is so arrogant, so I catch her and say, yeah, timetable. So in doing our timetable, develop an app. No, it's Okatakyie Kofiano and an apostle now we need light. You just go into the app. We are becoming each other's keeper. I don't have light here. Maybe about area. Okay, maybe hard man. Let's say trail because scanning your light in the bar. Just go back onto the app and update it. So citizens' response to do so.
There's a man with a timetable.
Yeah, the timetable about. They are boy who be on and ultimate planish. Ebianka may arrange meeting be light in on ma. Once I go to the app and I don't have light, I don't have to go there. I'll go somewhere else and go and do something else. And offer a laptop out with baby I juma. So if there is no light here, because the come the be fat car crack to fuel, let go make a mini, and the fuel is almost 20 cedis a gallon. It's yam. So next week we'll be launching the Doomso app. And once the app is launched, we'll expect the citizens ever participating. But in Yama me and by way. One, education. Education is not just secondary education. Free SHS, laudable policy, but bad implementation. But basic education. Basic education. At the capitation, they 2 years, they're being called. So the capitation grants. Yeah, the schools, normally running schools at the basic level. They 2 years, they're being called. Even secondary, and even at that level, what's the curriculum? For 5 years, for textbook beyond Koi. 5 years now start curriculum unfashioned Koi. So I say apart from that, feeding in most of our secondary schools have become a problem. Even though education is supposed to be free at the secondary school, parents are paying more through their PTAs and what have you than the man who school fees. No. 2, economy. Shewa setna muna twa bapa. And then in 2016, now we got 1,000 Ghana cedis. This is very basic. Now at least with 1,000 Ghana cedis, which we talk about 40 bags of cement. 2016, basic. And now we got 1,000 Ghana cedis. Unya even 15 bags of cement.
Ntiate by 25 bags.
And so and then. In 2016, now we 5 Ghana cedis. We bet me the document in China, man. Okatakyie, and the 5 Ghana cedis go be crown your bindi. 10 cedis go be crown your bindi. And so the economy is bad. When John Mama was living, and yes, cedi na say, no, the cedi to the dollar was 3.9, and then it's 14 cedis. Euro is 15.5, and our pound they do 17 cedis. That is the true state of the Ghanaian economy.
Messages in it be but we kindly ask George Payade, if given a chance to advise your mama, will he ask him to apologize to Ghanaians for campaigning against free SHS in year 2012? And we had an upon Sabi Diako Bobby Big Boss teacher maintains to say free SHS is a 450 to 2016. Free SHS can only be possible in 20 years time. Hana Tete. Now George Payade is telling us that they started a free SHS. This is palpable force. He must retract and apologize. Bobby Big Boss.
If only facts are the facts are there, even Napo's education minister admitted so by Krana free SHS if he has they can't be the way in chair. What you didn't tell Ghanaians and say about a kada or inherited assets or inherited liabilities. Free SHS. And
you made mention say JJ Rollins, the rural electrification core, year 60. Yeah. As he was living, it was 45%. Just so we keep that.
And I could do him.
We will check that as well.
So, with all this, and in the state in which we find ourselves, if all should share Sakraya, Emirates will say, system.
Yeah, that's what the Quakrano.
Yeah, they may plick a sepa to me, I can for. In Pempi, the Yeni, and as oh, but them ya can into a manual in a metuabama. Yanano assembly on Kamze, crude dorsum, and snack crew back also, and Jen Guasia. Many animal come for a mutie me. Sabio Sabe, Oceancio,